Alright, my name is Tabitha Jones, and I've been a resident here since August of 2015. I've moved around a lot, but most recently lived in Arkansas, and I just did a residency up in Pennsylvania. It's really interesting to be in a community studio versus something that is education-based. So in college, I was at a school, and then when I was at my last residency, it was at a university as well. So I don't know, I really like the communal aspect when you have a variety of age ranges that you can work with, so that's been really, really fun. Most of my work is thrown in altered porcelain. I'll throw the base components of it, and then I'll hand build some of them and combine them together. I really like things that are interactive, that you have to pick up and move around to discover what its little secrets are, and I like pieces that interact with one another and kind of create this little atmosphere and this environment that it's sort of creating a social atmosphere because you interact with the pieces and you interact with other people while you're interacting with the pieces. So I like that multifaceted aspect to clay. A lot of my patterns, they almost look like it's a quilted form, and I really, really like, your typical pretty patterns on things. And I think it came from my grandmother. When I was growing up, she always had just a hodgepodge of things in her craft closet. So she would let me play in there, and I think just having a little piece of her in all of my work and just my childhood experiences. And then, I love a lot of potters who work with thrown and altered porcelain. It's like Martha Grover, and I love Julia Galloway. So they have a lot of surface design and a lot of similar, ideals about what they're trying to do with clay. Porcelain, for one, it's just really pretty. And then for two, it is very smooth and fine to work with. I don't really like grog, and I feel like it kind of tears up my hands. But there's just something about the smell of porcelain and the feel of it that I really, really love. And also, it is aqueous, so that means it looks like it's set up, it looks like it's not going anywhere, but if you just apply pressure and friction to the surface, it basically lets you bend and move it around again. So that really alters itself, or lends itself well to altering forms. So it just makes sense as a material for what I like to do. I've done colored glazes in the past, and I think I've finally come back to doing a clear glaze over the top of things. Sometimes I use a blue or a green transparent Celadon, and then I have little bits of black underglaze or black slip. So it's really nice and simple. It's usually black and white with luster, gold luster, and occasionally some transparent Celadons in there. It's just nice and simple and lets the patterns and designs show through, and they're quiet, but I kind of like that about it. I guess I like to make things that I think are pretty, because I think, it just kind of makes me happy, and I think having those things in our lives that we view as precious or delicate or dainty or pretty in some way just kind of enhances our everyday living situation. So just having those, if you just use the same coffee cup every morning, but it just adds a little bit of beauty and a little bit of something for people to mull over to their life. So that's sort of what I want to give to the viewer when they see the piece, is that little bit of something to cherish. It's similar in you work in exchange for your space and your firings and whatnot, but it's really, really interesting to have a collaborative environment where, like I said, you have the community, and you can just walk by and be like, hey, what are you working on? Can you come look at my stuff? And you have this great resource of people who are very interested in what you're doing, and they're passionate about what you're doing. But I also think it's really unique in that our studio space downstairs is ours, and just having that little bit of quiet time away from sort of the group aspect of things is very different from what I've had in the past, because you're just kind of thrown in there with everybody, and this way it gives you the space away, but then it also gives you a really good community and network of people to ask for help or interact with if you need them.